Jamaican sprint legend Asafa Powell touches down in Ghana. Akwaba, which means welcome, in a can, could be heard rippling across Kotoka International Airport as former 100 meters world record holder Asafa Powell, the fourth fastest man in the world, arrived in Accra, Ghana. The excitement was palatable as hundreds turned out to see the sprint legend in person. The Ghanaian media lined up for interviews to find out what the now retired sprinter and the Ghanaian Olympic Committee, GOC, headed by President Ben Nanu Mensah, have in store for the athletic community in Ghana.
In this video, we look at one of the fastest sprinters from Jamaica who has visited the country of Ghana. Indeed, Ghana is the gateway to Africa. Now, since the year 2019 that Ghana launched the Year of Return, there has been a great influx of Black Americans and people of Black descent who have visited the country of Ghana. And in this video, this fastest sprinter by the name Asafa Powell visits the country of Ghana. Now, in this video, we get to see his meeting with the Youth and Sports Minister of Ghana, some places that he went to visit, historic sites that he went to visit, meetings that he held with a lot of people, bonding with the people, and so much more. So let's watch this video and then get to enjoy his excitement, get to know his experiences that he had here in Ghana. But before we watch the video, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, just locate the subscribe button down there, click on the subscribe button, click as well on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. So let's enjoy the video.
You know, when I came here, and I couldn't recognize anybody differently. You know, people from different Caribbean islands, from Jamaica, from Ghana, and I couldn't tell who is who. You know, so that goes to show that we're all one people. You know.
Powell's wife Alyshia was born and raised in Ghana, and she was excited to be able to share her homeland, culture, and family with Powell on this trip as well. This trip will allow Powell to connect with Ghana on both a professional and personal basis. Powell kicked off day 2 in Ghana with a visit to Ghana's Youth and Sports Minister, Mustafa Asif, who hosted him Tuesday afternoon in his office. The couple also got to visit Black Star Square, as well as the Ghanaian House of Parliament, and Powell met Ghanaian football player Asamoah Gyan. The welcome I received upon landing yesterday was truly amazing. The warmth, the music, the dancing, and the hospitality was beyond fantastic. I feel like I am in my home away from home. On Wednesday, visit Christian Atsu's residence to sign the condolence book for the Ghanaian footballer who perished a few weeks ago in the Turkey earthquake. On Thursday, Powell and his wife head to the Cape Coast to visit the school she attended as a child, as well as to trace his ancestral roots. GOC President Ben Nanu Mensah has thanked corporate Ghana for their swift response in supporting the visit and embracing Asafa Powell as their own. Asafa Powell and wife wrap up official trip to Ghana. The superstar couple, Asafa Powell and Alicia Miller-Powell, arrived in Miller-Powell's home country of Ghana on February 27th and ended their trip on March 7th. For Miller-Powell, it was an official homecoming, as the international supermodel is a Ghanaian native. But, for Powell, it was something more historical. The Jamaican sprint legend has made the journey home that many Caribbean-born people dream of. The two were given a hero's welcome. Professional musicians and greeters met them at the airport as they touched down in Ghana. An eager crowd studied the couple amidst the celebration. Powell was overjoyed by the reception, even posting to socials, "Ghana feels so good to be home." During the trip, Asafa Powell attended several events with public officials, including a courtesy call to the President of the Republic at the Jubilee House, speaking with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and holding talks with the Ghana Olympic Committee and the Ghana Athletics Association. He was also hosted at several sports clinics and gave talks at senior and junior high schools around the country. Snapshots from the Powell's trip to Ghana can be found on the Powell's YouTube channel. This invitation extended to the Powells is not only a step towards strengthening Ghanaian-Jamaican relationships, but is indicative of a bigger movement spearheaded by the Ghanaian government. In 2019, Ghana's government dubbed an initiative the Year of Return, a 10-year project launched in memorial of the 400th anniversary of the slave trade, which displaced millions of Africans around the New World. This Year of Return was a call to the African diaspora to unite, combining their strengths to mitigate their weaknesses and put Africans and the diaspora on the global stage. Through the Homeland Return Act, Ghana is planning to offer possible citizenship to interested members of the diaspora in hopes of building a brand of Ghana and solidifying investments. It's an exciting initiative of which hosting the Powells is but one step. Asafa Powell is a retired Jamaican sprinter who held the world record for the 100 meters event twice. He's the fourth fastest man in history, behind two of his compatriots, and has broken the 10-second barrier more times than anyone else, at an astonishing 97 times. Asafa Powell to become ambassador for Accra 2023. Two-time 100 meters world record holder Asafa Powell has pledged to become an ambassador for the 13th African Games. On Friday, March 3, 2023, the ex-Jamaican Sprint King paid a visit to the secretariat of the local organizing committee for the March 2024 event in Accra. The Spanish town-born, 40, was in the company of his Ghanaian wife Alicia Miller-Powell and Ghana Olympic Committee, GOC, President Ben Nunu Mensah. Powell, who is sponsored by Puma, believes his visit to the West African nation has opened the country to the world, as well as many people in the diaspora who want to visit the motherland, Ghana. During the interaction with the leadership of the LOC, Powell agreed to become an ambassador to promote the African Games. However, he impressed upon the LOC to engage his management to formalize the process. Commenting on the facilities for the Games, Powell said, "Athletics is the main focus in competitions like the Olympic and African Games, so definitely every effort would be made to have tartan tracks in Accra." The executive chairman of the LOC, Dr. Kwaku Afosu Asare, Deputy Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Rex Brobby, a former athlete who competed at the 1984 Olympic Games, and Mrs. Joyce Datsa, also a former athlete and a member of the LOC, received Powell to the secretariat of the LOC. Meet Alicia Powell, the beautiful Ghanaian wife of Jamaican athletic superstar Asafa Powell. In 2019, Ghanaian-Canadian model Alyshia Miller stole the headlines in Jamaica when she tied the knot with celebrated Jamaican sprinter Asafa Powell. Although many know Asafa Powell due to his prowess as a sprinter, little is known about his Ghanaian-Canadian wife Alicia Miller, who is now known as Mrs. Alicia Powell. So who is Alicia Miller? Alicia Miller was born in the capital city of Accra, Ghana. She was born to a Canadian father and a Ghanaian mother who hailed from the central region of Ghana. At the age of 10, Alicia moved with her family to Canada, where she continued her education and followed a sports trajectory, running the 400 meters and relays. Despite starting as an athlete, Alicia later switched to modeling and never looked back. Alicia established herself in the modeling world after she was scouted in 2012. Due to her love for modeling and fashion, Alicia found herself traveling to Denmark, New York, London, and other places. She is signed to some of the top modeling agencies in the world, which include Elite Model Management in NYC, LA Models in LA, and The Hive in London. According to her, getting to live as a model has always been one of her childish dreams because most girls dream of being a fashion model and being in New York, and I get to do that daily. As a result of her love for athletics, Alicia accompanied a friend to Toronto in 2012 and luckily, she met her husband. Alicia's friend was starstruck to have finally met her favorite athlete and left her to take a picture with Asafa Powell. While taking the picture, Asafa Powell noticed Alicia and was awed by her beauty. Having found his missing rib, Asafa did not slack at all and quickly made a move to get to know Alicia and her friend before bidding them farewell. However, 3 years down the line, the model received an unexpected direct message from Asafa Powell via Instagram, requesting the opportunity to get to know her. Despite resisting at the initial stages, the model decided to give the athlete a chance and both made the decision to enter a relationship in November 2015. After a year and a half of dating, Asafa proposed marriage to Alicia on Valentine's weekend. Asafa engaged Alicia in 2018 and they both kept their relationship away from the public until the model broke the news on social media. The two later got married in a private ceremony on February 16, 2019, in Montego Bay, St. James, in the presence of close friends and family members. Asafa in 2021. Months after their wedding, the couple welcomed their baby boy Emieke and were later blessed with another child named Alyshia. Moved to stay with her husband in Jamaica after they got engaged, and she admitted she had a tough time understanding Jamaican patois. Many years after leaving the country, Alicia Akua Miller has planned to visit the motherland with her husband Asafa Powell and take him home to Bremung Esikuma in central region where her mother hails from. Alyshia is very active on social media and has a YouTube channel named The Powells, and she often shares her life experiences with Asafa as well as living with her Ghanaian mother.